killing life. You know we won't give up till there's no blood to bear. 1, 2, 3, go. How can we sleep while the whales are dying? How can we sleep while the young ones crying? How can we sleep in a world that's burning? How can we sleep while the whales are dying? Time has come to say what's fair, to make the difference, to make it fair. Try to stop your boats, but you'll charge along in need. You don't see the consequences, you just see the investment it'll end. The time has come to say what's fair. Shit, I've screwed it all. I'm actually really nervous. It's like I come from this small island and it's just so crazy to be here. I'm quite overwhelmed, so thanks for having me. Thank you. Okay. The time has come to say what's... Oh shit. The time has come to say what's fair. Let's just do the chorus. 1, 2, 3, go. How can we sleep while the whales are dying? How can we sleep while the young ones crying? How can we sleep while the world that's burning? How can we sleep while the whales are dying? The time has come to say what's fair, to make the difference and make it count. Time has come, and could we look right back? We're in the midst of a holocaust, this can't go on. Thank you very much. Everyone, I believe that Paul Watson, you need to stay here and someone's going to do something amazing with you. I just want to give it up for these painters. These are local painters that have just come on. I know Gretchen has never been on stage and had half an hour to paint, so lovely people. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm Trash McSweeney. Take care.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thanks, Trash. Great crowd. We are the WorldFest production team, and we are so thrilled to have you all here. We are especially proud to have Captain Paul Watson here. He continues to shock and awe those in the activism world, and we are just so grateful to have you on the planet protecting so many species and especially our ocean. So thank you so much. This award is for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's our guy right in front. Okay. And quiet. Thank you, Paul. Thanks.
Getting harder and harder.
You know, Trash said he was nervous. I'd never done that before. Anyway, it's a pleasure to have been here. I just got off of a plane after 12 hours, and I'm barely standing, but it's a great crowd. Anyway, We just got back from Antarctica a month and a half ago.
Yeah!
And we prevented them from taking 305 whales this year.
Woo! Woo!
We would have done better, but they extended their season. But the most important thing, we cost them $50 million in loss.
All right.
Last year we cut their quota in half and cost them $75 million.
All right.
The year before that, another $70 million in losses. They have not made a profit for 4 years.
Yeah! Woo!
That's the language they understand, profit and loss.
Yep.
And we have to keep going back and kicking their ass until they're bankrupt.
Yeah!
Our objective is to sink the Japanese whaling fleet economically.
Yeah!
And I think that we're going to do it.
All right.
But we learned, every year we learned something. This year we learned that while we were chasing them for years and years and they weren't killing whales, they're becoming more frustrated. They turned on us this year and they began killing whales. And we found that although we could block their loading, we can't catch those harpoon boats.
Yeah.
So right now we're trying to raise as much as we can to get another vessel. We found a vessel and it does 45 knots, and if we can get that vessel, we can block those harpoons.
Yeah, all right.
The whales need a navy, and if we get that navy together, we can shut them down by 90, even 100%. That's our objective. What they're doing is blatantly illegal, and you know the governments of the world could stop them tomorrow if they just had the economic and political motivation to uphold international conservation law, but they're not doing it. What is making the change is the efforts of all of us. Some great news, the Canadian seal hunt is virtually shut down.
Yeah!
The European Parliament, after years and years of negotiations, the European Parliament has banned all seal products from anywhere in the world. That not only affects the Canadian seal hunt, but also the seals in South Africa and Namibia and Russia, everywhere else.
Yeah!
And Vladimir Putin of Russia has called it a disgusting, bloody hunt, and he has banned it in Russia.
Wow!
And this year, of the quota that the Canadian government assigned, they took only 21%. That's still a lot. They killed 60,000 seals. But the price of a seal pelt fell from $125 a piece to $14 to now pretty much zero.
All right.
And the Canadian government is so desperate that the Canadian Minister of Fisheries ordered that the Canadian Olympic team for the winter have sealskin uniforms, at which point the Olympic Committee rebelled on that one, and the Canadian athletes said absolutely not. What the Canadian government doesn't understand is that the Canadian people are against this obscenity. And you know, as a Canadian, I've been fighting this all of my life. So this is a great year for the seals and for all of us who've been fighting to protect those seals.
No, go ahead.
We're also very busy in the Galapagos. This is our 10th year that we've been in the Galapagos. And we've got full-time patrol vessel, we've got a surveillance barge, we have our own network of informants, we have our own canine unit that sniffs out shark fins at the airports, and we're cutting the poaching down there significantly. They've been taking about 300,000 sharks out of the Galapagos Marine Reserve. And our objective is to shut that down. If we can't save something as profoundly beautiful as the Galapagos Islands, I don't know how we can save anything.
Yep.
So that to us is the line in the sand, and that's where we're taking a strong position there. You know, people are constantly criticizing us and saying, well, you people are too violent, you're too aggressive. In 30 years of doing what we've doing, we've never injured a single person. We've never sustained a serious injury, and we've never been convicted of a crime, because the people we oppose are criminals, and that's what we gotta make people understand. And now that we've got our own TV show with Whale Wars, I think that message is getting across.
Yeah.
And by the way, the next season of Whale Wars starts on June 5th. It'll be 11 episodes, and it's far more dramatic than last year because we had 3 days of heavy confrontations with them, and they turn low-frequency acoustical weapons on us.
Wow.
They hit us with golf balls, of all things. Apparently, I found out what the Japanese do is they go down and drive thousands of golf balls into the ocean for recreation, which again is another violation, but the whole thing's a criminal operation anyway.
Yeah.
But so a couple of our crew were slightly injured by being struck with nuts and bolts and also high-powered water hoses and everything. So that's why we have to go back better prepared next year. So the crew will be equipped with Kevlar vests and also